Ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday night. Time for the Bama Standard, the #1 show for Bama content, period. Before we get rolling, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're in the live chat, let's get rowdy tonight. If you're watching the replay, show us some love in the comment section. As always, we are brought to you by Workspace Solutions. If your business needs a digital presence or a full-fledged marketing team, these are the guys you need to coach up your business. Visit them today at workspacepros.com. I'm your host, Justin Riley, and with me, as always, first and foremost, the undefeated, undisputed king of comedy and the star of the show, Steve Brown.
Man, I want y'all to know something. I'm so excited. What's up, man? I'm so excited about Jaden being on here, man. And I just decided, man, since the Bama been losing players, but we don't really care. I did, lose a little something. So I just wanted to go and do it first, man, and give y'all my new look, man, for the next season. So look, the thing is now. Let's roll, baby. Let's roll.
And this is a good time to bring up our new sponsor, Supercuts.
I was wondering, is he our version of Lee Corso?
That's exactly what it is, Marvin. But also joining the star is a 1999 All-SEC linebacker. And when Ric Flair said to be the man, woo, you got to beat the man, he is that man, Marvin Constant.
Hey. What's up, Marv?
What's going on, fellas?
And then with him, one of the baddest dudes to ever tote the rock, two-time national champion, two-time USFL champion, Bo Scarborough. Last but not least, the senior analyst of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, the man who keeps Paul Feinbaum employed, an international sex symbol, Stephen M. Smith.
He's back.
What's happening? What's happening?
He's back.
Oh, what's going on?
Steve Brown, are you showing Stephen M. Smith what he gonna look like in 20 years?
That's it.
Marvin, come on. Don't do that, Marvin. Don't do that.
Hey, man, welcome back, man. Glad to have you back, man. We missed you.
I'm glad to be back, fellas. I'm happy to be back in here.
So, did you see yourself coming back so soon?
I did. I did. Totally did.
Man, glad to have you back. Well, Steve and M, we need you to do your thing. We've got two very special guests right here in the building today, and only you can bring them in the right way. Go ahead and do your thing, sir.
So we'll start off with the guest to the left of Marvin, Big Man Constant. To the left here, we're talking about a 2015 national champion, one of the baddest tight ends to ever play at the University of Alabama. He's gone off the screen right now, but one of the baddest tight ends to ever play at the University of Alabama when Lane Kiffin both. We're talking about went off against Michigan State, went off against Clemson for a national championship. We're talking about a three-time SEC champion. We're talking OJ, the Juice Man, the 88. The Magic Man Howard is in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hello, man. You forgot. And he bringing light-skinned brothers back in style with me.
Yeah, he is. He's doing that. And now, my other brother in the room right here. The biggest reason why that offensive line got nasty this past season. The biggest reason why Texas, as far as Houston, Texas on the map right now. The biggest reason why this offensive line going to win the Joe Moore Award this upcoming season 2024. The biggest reason why Jalen Milroe may take home this Heisman Trophy next year, because he's got 7-7 blocking for him in the paint and on the field, because he's got 7-7 lifting the entire freeway, because he's got 7-7 Hulk smashing everything. This is the Alabama version of the Hulkinator. This is Jaden. Get the mess out the way. Roberts is in here. Let's go.
Let's go.
Wow. Yes, sir. Let's go, Jaden.
Hey, Jaden, how you doing, man? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. What's going on?
I'm doing good, just living life and, just stay in college, trying to grind them books and, stay strong.
Yeah, man. So when was last time you talked to my brother now, man? We ain't talked in a long time.
Oh yes, it's been a minute, but it's good to see you, man.
Man. People don't know we know each other, man. We go wait. Tell them I coached you in Little League, man. Tell them both, man.
Yeah, we go way back.
So Jaden, you was a punter and a kicker in Little League?
Hey, man. See, there you go, Mark.
Because if he was your coach, clearly you weren't playing any skill position or nothing else.
No. I ran the ball a little bit. I ran the ball a little bit. I threw it a little bit too, but that was back in the day. That was back in the day.
With me.
Yes, didn't have a weight limit. No weight limit back then.
Hey man, Marvin, don't worry about it. He don't know you. He don't know. He know me.
So wait a minute, you had experience carrying the ball. Does that mean we're going to see a little bit of that in the new offenses coming?
Me personally, I would love that, but it ain't my choice. But
you're the Hulk and you smash it. So it.
Hey, Jaden, just you don't have to fully tell him, but just kind of mention to Coach DeBoer, hey Coach, I did carry the ball a little bit in Little League. Just that on the 1 yard line, just let me get it from the 1 yard line.
Okay, Jaden. So listen, man. It's obvious that when you started playing, the offensive line went to a whole nother gear, man. Can you tell us about that? Can you tell us, take us through that process, man? Because I did talk to the coaches for you, but tell them.
That's how it happened.
I've been grinding out since my freshman year. It's been about 2 years. I stayed in the program, stayed with the progress. I had a good support system behind me, and that was just kept me going. Getting my first time starting, it was in Texas A&M. I just wanted to contribute to my team. I just wanted to be that guy that everybody can lean on, and I was just another one of the guys. But I guarantee it, man, I just wanted to do my thing, and when I jumped into the starting lineup, everybody, they didn't have high expectations for me, all that stuff. But I worked hard, and I just kept grinding, and I just kept proving myself, and to the team, like I was just gonna do my thing. I'm just another soldier.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So tell me, how now? What's your height and weight, if you don't mind?
6'5", 320.
320. You a big dude. What the hell you eat, people?
On the field, yes, sir.
That's what's up.
Don't pay him any attention. He's special. You ever heard your grandparents say he's a little touched?
That's okay, Steve. That's gonna come out of his paycheck.
Sure is.
Justin touched too. Don't worry.
I'm from Mississippi. That kind of goes with the territory, right?
Hey man, so what do you expect from the offensive line coming up this year, man? Because we got a new center. Praise God, we got a new center, and he's supposed to be pretty good, man. So, and a couple of y'all coming back, man, and I think that everybody's writing us off, but I'm looking at what we got and what's coming, man. And I think we're gonna be all right. So, what do you expect from the offensive line this year?
Definitely a shout out credit to Coach DeBoer and Coach Huff. They did a really good job, and they're still doing a good job recruiting for us, man. Just for the upcoming O-line, I think it's gonna be something special. It's a lot of young guys. There's still some older guys, including me, that's gonna be helping them along the way. We're all gonna get better together. That especially during camp. All the workouts we going through, we're just gonna keep building that bond as brothers. Beats high five. We're just gonna keep getting stronger, and depending on each other. Yes, sir. And
me and Marvin beats high five.
That's don't pay him no attention. Me, you, OJ, and Bo. Yes. Okay.
No, I'm a lowercase b.
Female dog, we'll go with that. All right, so Jaden.
Marvin, you ain't shit.
One of the things I'm looking forward to seeing next year, like you said, it's a lot of younger guys, how you all come together in jail and work on those protections, because a lot of people don't understand how difficult it is when you have defenses that are showing backing out, when you're trying to identify who's coming versus who's not coming, if it's a stunt. It's a quick process, and it's not easy for most to do. So I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys come together and complete that. So what is your plan for how you all plan to attack this going into the spring?
It's just definitely take it day by day. I think Coach Huff and, just the staff that he's got behind him, it's going to really help us, dial in, develop not only on the field, but like in the books too, in the playbook. Just staying ready, because when season comes, you get different opponents every day, every Saturday. But, it's just preparation, staying dialed in and just taking notes, just trying to get better.
Jaden, I know last year Coach Saban made the comment about removing the blinking lights, and we had a conversation this past week where you said decisions had been made that are the best for the program. Why is this team better now that those decisions have been made? I feel like this is probably going to be the best version of Alabama that maybe some fans may not be expecting.
Right. No, definitely big changes, just everywhere. And, it sucks because the guys that you come in with, aren't the guys that you're going in with. But, the guys that you bring in, those going to be the men that you go to war with. And I think just going into this year, I think this team's just going to be really special, man, because the guys that we're bringing, everybody's just 100 with it. And, coaches, they're right beside us just every step of the way, make sure that we get everything that we need as football players. And, the development is just going to be there, though. That's what's going to make us 100. And, we're just going to keep getting better, honestly. Like, that's just what's special.
Steven?
So
Jaden Smith.
So Jaden, when you look at Coach Ballou and just having him stick around and having him be a part of that weight room warrior, that weight room process, what has he been so far this offseason, getting on the mindset of we finna lift, we finna hit this, because we know we could have had last year. We were so close to it. What has Ballou's mentality been like? We finna really hit this now.
Man, it's crazy because this is only the second week that we started working out. Man,
y'all working out already?
Yeah, yes, sir.
You don't take no time off, man. It's business. What you talking about?
Oh, there you go. Good. Man, Coach Blue's my guy. He's a great developer. Man, his work ethic is just different compared to everybody else's, man. It doesn't matter if it's the first week or the last week, he's just gonna just keep working us, man, because he knows that's what makes you better. That's what makes you on top. That's what puts you on top. He's giving us the upper leg on everybody else just by working us, running, lifting, just staying in the weight room, getting stronger. And, you're gonna see it when the weeks go by, like everybody getting stronger, staying stronger, just staying uninjured. Not a lot of people gonna be getting injured. I think he's been doing a really good job of that ever since he came in, man.
So I have a question for you and OJ, if you will. What's your guys' take on guys leaving for the transfer portal and not trusting the process? OJ, you can go first, though.
Man, how many guys have we had total? Like 21 or something? 22? A lot.
Close to 30, right?
I think it was 32.
Yeah. So, man, honestly, I think, from being a part of Bama, man, and when I was there, obviously the transfer portal wasn't really a thing. But we did have guys, they'll stick it out maybe a year or two, kind of look at it like, it's just not for me. Maybe they don't buy into the program. Maybe they really just not getting playing time, whatever the case may be. Seeing it this way, it's hard, man. Like you're seeing guys leaving without really giving it a chance, right? As far as like, give it a year, maybe give it 2. And then if it ain't working out, man, go do what you got to do because, you know, it's your career, it's your thing, and you know what's best for you and your family. Honestly, man, I got an opinion on this one kind of different from a lot of people. I saw Marvin Constant on Twitter, man, and I disagree with Marvin on this, man. Like, I really, truly feel like, you know, me personally, you know, I'm a Bama guy, right? And when I was in 11th grade, Alabama offered me, and I committed the same day. But I was an Auburn fan, a diehard Auburn fan my whole life, even in 11th grade. So I went to Alabama camp, and Nick Saban offered me, man, and I decided to go to Bama on the spot as an Auburn fan because I knew, like, Coach Saban could develop me to get to where I wanted to go, and that was to get to the NFL, develop me as a young man. And he was telling me these things in front of my mom, my dad, and it kind of convinced me to go play for him. So, you know, right there in that moment, I knew then I wanted to go play for Nick Saban, right? And that's how I was. And I'm an Auburn fan. I had an uncle who was on the staff at Auburn. Not an uncle, I'm sorry, a family member on the staff at Auburn. He telling mom and me, like, you come to Auburn, this is family. This is your son. He our cousin. He will be taken care of. So I decided to put that to the side. Like, Mom, I want to play with Coach Saban. I'm seeing how he's getting guys to the NFL. They going first round. These guys are winning championships. I'm watching how he's developing these guys. So I personally feel like I went to Alabama all because of the Nick Saban experience, right? I wanted to get that. So I'm saying this to say that if Coach Saban decided to leave and if I had 2 years left of eligibility, I truly would say I would test the portal if it was available to me. That's just because when I signed up for that, I told mom and dad that I'm 90% Auburn, I'm 90% Florida. The only 10% that's making me go to Alabama is Nick Saban, the Nick Saban experience. I want to test this. I want to see how this can make me a better player, a better young man, and give me the education. This is what he's telling mom and dad in my house in front of me. Also, he says, you're a great baseball player. You want a chance to play baseball here at the University of Alabama? I said, no, sir. I'm fully committed to you. I'm even so fully committed. I'm willing to go to summer school my next summer, and I'm going to enroll early as an early enrollee so I can get on the field as a freshman and make an impact for you, Coach. I'm that dedicated to you, Coach Saban, and the University of Alabama. So all these things that I feel like as a player that I told my mom and dad that made me to commit to Bama, if that just walks out and leave after my freshman year only, I think I would have to enter my name in the portal. So as a junior, I would really just stay there and play. I don't feel like me as a junior would already building a resume, building a chemistry with my teammates that I need to go somewhere else and play. 1 year can change your career, yes. But I think that 1 year Alabama is way better than going somewhere else. But as a freshman, I truly would say I would have entered the portal, man, just to test the waters, especially after saying the freshman year that I had, it wasn't a crazy year, but I played as a true freshman, made an impact in certain ways for the team. So I would have had teams to come out and say, OJ Howard, we can use your talents. That's only because Nick Saban left. And then I'm gonna let you ask me a question, but I'm gonna say this too, Marvin. I'm gonna let you go. One thing, you know, I had Alphonse Taylor, Big Shank said this. He said this, which is a valid point. He said the coach that just came was in the championship game, right? The year before, the same season, which Washington was. And he also said that we were 1 game away. In 2014, after my sophomore year, we were in the same situation. We lost to Ohio State. And then the coach, Oregon, was in the championship game. So you're telling me if Mark Helfrich Coach Saban would have retired after my sophomore year, and Mark Helfrich comes from Oregon and say, you guys stay and play for me, I would say, Coach, I respect what you got. I respect that you're a great coach. But I'm just going to take this chance to test my waters and see what I want to do. If it doesn't work out, I'll give you a phone call and let you know that it's not working out, but you would get a phone call no matter what. And that's how I would have taken the situation, not saying that I think Coach DeBoer is a great coach, way different than Mark Helfrich, not even the same type of coaching resume, but I'm just saying 2 coaches that were in that position in the championship game and then had the opportunity to take another job the next year at a winning school. Also, I would still test my waters as a freshman. As a freshman only. Sophomore, I'll play it safe as a sophomore. A junior, no way.
All right, OJ. Hold on. So, OJ, from what you just said, this is what I took away from that. You turned down a bag full of cash from Auburn.
Oh, no.
Don't answer that, OJ.
No.
Incriminate us light-skinned dude.
Yeah, he can't.
He trying to equivalent this light skinned dude. Don't do that.
That was a good
hold
one,
on.
man.
But in all seriousness, I understand what you're saying because you do sign to play with a particular coach because when that coach changes, you don't know what the incoming coach's philosophy is because again, coaches recruit players to play to their skill sets. I mean, what they
Right.
to their philosophies, what they like to run on offense or defense. So you may not fit this coach's skill set. So it may be in your best interest to leave. And I get that. So
Right.
and I will never fault
freshman.
anybody from transfer. You got to do what's best for you. So
okay,
Yeah.
so
I truly go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead. Go on, OJ. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna let you answer the question. Yeah, you said somebody's a freshman. I was like,
so as a freshman, I understand it, but I think as an upperclassman, I think they're chasing that money. But Jaden, we didn't get to you. What's your take on it?
Yeah, you're actually living through it right now. So how do you see this?
Everything with the transfer portal. In my opinion, I did come to play for Coach Saban at Alabama. I feel like everybody in my class kind of did, and classes before that. Coach Saban is a great coach. He develops players very well, and just gets them to the next level. In my opinion, it's just with the transfer portal. Guys are leaving for the wrong thing, and I can say I did my fair share of waiting, just because anything can happen. You can start, you might not start, but I kept my faith, with the program and the guys that I trusted, trusted with my future, just being straightforward with me. And, there'll be days where they tell me, just trust the process, trust what we're doing, just have faith in us. I can say for a lot of the younger guys that just came in, every day I would be preaching, just trust the process because you never know what's going to happen.
But
Right.
but the thing is, one thing about it, and I'll shut up. But it seems to me, from what I'm reading, Coach Saban still kind of has his hands on the team. He's still, readily available to give whatever. So it's like you still got the goat in your hip pocket. You know what I'm saying? So why leave? But I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. But go ahead.
You're definitely right. I think that's what the transfer portal kind of did. It kind of just blinded everybody to, okay, coaches stepped down from the head spot. Now everybody's like, okay, I'm not going to get developed by the same guy that I came in to play for, and now they're leaving, going somewhere else because other coaches are in their ear, telling them, hey, come on over here and we're gonna take care of you. And that's the sad part because you can do the same thing that you've been doing and just keep working. Everything will work itself out because Alabama, this is my opinion, they do the best at bringing in the next man up, in the coach's room too, and just bring in the next best coach that going to get the job done at the same level, and keep developing us. So that's just my take on it. I think it's sad that players are going to the transfer portal now.
Well, one thing I want to add to this. When I was playing at Alabama, I actually went through this as well. My junior year, they fired Dubose. They bring in Dennis Franchione. So I got to see what that looks like firsthand when you bring in a new coach. And I'll give you one prime example of why I understand why guys transfer. You take my roommate, Freddie Millens. Freddie Millens should have been a second-round draft pick at the latest. But Dennis Franchione comes in, and he's running his read option offense, which is not tailored to a wide receiver skill set. So, comes in, Tyler Watts opposed to Andrew Zhao. So Freddie's not getting the numbers that he should have gotten. And with that, he ends up being a fifth-round draft pick. So that cost him money. So for guys like that, I understand why they leave because that coach's philosophy may not be to your benefit.
I have something I want to ask, but before I do that, Bo, we hadn't really heard from you. What's your take on what's going on right now? You come from a totally different mentality. I don't know if you share what OJ did. If you do, that's fine. But you've always been in a leadership position, and you believe in the brotherhood. What is your view? And then, too, what advice can you offer Jaden as he's having to navigate through these waters right now?
I agree with what OJ said. If you're a freshman, take a chance. But if you're a junior or senior, you kind of already laid your foundation. It really can't help you in any kind of way. Like if you're a junior or a senior, you really in a win-lose situation because you can enter the portal and not get picked up, and or you can enter the portal, get picked up, and go to a team and not do so good, or you can stay and better yourself at that school, or you may stay and devalue, or you may go to another school and increase. So it's a give and take if you're a junior and senior. They some lose win situation with that. But you know me, I'm not a guy that's for the transfer portal. I don't like the transfer portal because I hate that you got guys that's 17, 18 years old that getting taken advantage of over money. Now these guys don't know how to work to become a pro. And that's one of the things that Coach Saban fed into us, that we got to do everything like a pro. And OJ can tell you, once we got to the NFL, it was all easy to because we already been doing that. And you got guys complaining about stuff that we like, bro, we've been doing this for years. Like, this ain't nothing compared to what we used to do. Y'all complain about running 10-30s. We used to run 32 110s. 10 30 10s ain't nothing. And that's what and that's my take from it. But if you're a freshman, like, yeah, a new coach, take your 30 days and pray about it with your family and talk it over. But like I said, I'm not a guy that for the transfer portal. If I committed to something, I'm gonna stay committed. But and again, I did go to Alabama because of Coach Saban, because of what he told me. So like the same thing he told OJ. Like, I'm gonna give a little story, and I ain't gonna take too much time. It was Ole Miss came in, and he was telling me that I'm gonna start. Long story short, Coach Saban came in, and say, how could a guy tell you that you're gonna start for him when you never even practiced with him? You never even been evaluated by him in their system. So how could he tell you that you're gonna start? But I would give you the opportunity to compete and play. I'm not gonna promise you a starting position, but I'm gonna promise you if you come in and compete that you will play at some point. He didn't give me a time or a date, but that's my take on it.
I always, and this is, I'm not going to make this number, I always go back to Brian Robinson. I covered B-Rob at a high school at Hillcrest, and B-Rob could have went anywhere. Comes to Alabama, he waits for 5 years? Could have been transferred out. B-Rob's final year, he stays put, has the 1,000, the big breakout season, gets drafted by the Commanders, and look at what that young man's doing in the league. Like, he is one of the biggest bright sides of that Washington franchise, if there is any bright side. So as much as, yes, the transfer portal, it gives you a chance to create your own narrative, but it also sometimes has you run away from adversity versus run to it. And in terms of battling that thing out. So I always, at times, I look back to guys like B-Rob, who could have very easily, it would have been in his right to go elsewhere, but he sticks around, lets that thing play out, and becomes an NFL draft pick.
Yeah, and I think this transfer portal and messing these kids up, because some of these kids leave the school because they don't like it. But when you get drafted by a team, you can't leave because you don't like it. You can't leave your job because you don't like it. You can't go say, hey, I'm going to go play for the Pittsburgh Steelers because I don't like Detroit. You can't do that. OJ was in Tampa for 5 years. 5 years. He had no control over that. He could ask for a trade, but it's up to them to trade him or not. And that's what they messing up. They buying these kids. And when you buying 17, 18, 19-year-old kid, how they going to ever learn how to work up to the expectation that everybody holds them to? If you buying them, giving them money. If you got these guys got $300,000, $1 million, and they ain't even 21 yet. And they get to the league and they don't even know how to work.
If they get to the league.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jaden, I know you're kind of in a difficult position right now. Not only are you having to navigate the waters and trying to figure which way is up, but now you're a leader. You are the guy that the young folks are looking to for answers, and maybe even for that why I to stay. So how are you navigating? Who's pouring into you to keep you moving forward? And then how are you in turn pouring into the ones who are maybe looking to you for answers?
Just through my experience, man, I just want to really thank my parents, my family that's truly got my back. And just for the young guys, I had to do it. I just try to teach them the best way I can, just from my experience. And, just every day I'm telling them to just keep working, keep grinding. What you're working for is so much bigger, and really, at the end of the day, it's up to them. I tell them, you have a choice to go do something else, but you chose to be here. You know why you chose to be here, to get better. So I just want to see the best out of them. Honestly, I want to see the younger guys, the guys I came in with. I just want to see everybody great.
Absolutely.
Hey, Jaden, you thank your parents and everybody else, but you forgot.
Oh,
Jaden, tell him he wasn't the one feeding you your whole life.
Wow. We made a deal. Wait a minute, Marvin.
He was not the one spending his $1,000 a week on groceries to feed that monster.
Wait a minute, Marvin. I made a deal with his agent. You shut up. Yeah, Jaden, tell him. Me, thanks, Steve Brown. You Oh yeah, appreciate it. Yeah.
I know that Jaden has to go. He gave us more than 25 minutes, and we definitely appreciate this. So before he heads out, I'd like for everybody to go around the room, ask him one last question, and I'll finish it up. We'll start with Stephen and Smith, then Steve Brown, go down to Bo, Marvin, and then OJ, and then I'll round it out.
Jaden, what do you like so far about Kalen DeBoer? I mean, since he came in off the plane and had the team meetings with everybody, what do you like so far about his philosophy and what he's selling to you in terms of his vision?
Definitely great as a person. First impressions are everything to me. He showed me that he's going to be a really good coach. He's just got really good character. And just from the team meetings and just hear him ever since he came down to Tuscaloosa. He just shows that he's going to be a really good coach, man, and that he intends to improve the team. Just keep the legacy going. Setting the standard, and us as players just trusting him as a coach and every decision that he makes for us. Because man, it's a huge role, especially after Coach Saban steps down. So, I'm definitely I got my trust in him. You know what I mean? Like I really trust him.
Have you taken him to Archibald yet?
So,
I said, have you taken him to Archibald yet?
Oh no, sir.
You're not saying it right. You got to say Archibald and Woodrow, sir. You got to put both of them. See, you can tell Steve he from Tuscaloosa. He's not a native. See, he don't know you got to put both of them together.
That's not right. But everybody know about Archibald. Who's next? Is it my turn now? Okay, listen. So my question is this, man. First off, I talked to your mom. We had a long talk about church and all that. You know how we would go back. But I need to make sure you get me a shirt. I'm gonna need we all of us gonna need a shirt because we're gonna rock them. I need mine with the muscles already in it, and I need you to get Marvin, get him a Jaden Roberts leotard. That's what he wears. So that shirt is buttoned up at the bottom. So get him a Jaden Roberts leotard. Ain't nobody gonna know. So that's all I want, man. Best of luck to you, brother. And we're gonna talk, man. Call me later on. We gotta talk. You know. To all the fans out there, we know each other. We've been knowing each other for years.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that right?
Yes,
Okay, go ahead.
Bo, it's your turn, brother. What question you have for him, or maybe some advice?
What's the expectation that you have for the younger guys that coming in? Is it still held at a high level?
Most definitely. Yes, sir.
So my question is, how could we get these guys to keep the process in it and keep the trust in the process and and the built by Bama and the legacy. This is where legends are made. How you gonna play a factor in keeping that legacy going?
I think just coming into this year, I'm gonna try to be the example. I know I was towards the end of the year, and when I started getting my voice a little bit, but I just want to keep being that example for the younger guys and showing that the standard still matters. Nothing has changed. Even though we lost a really good head coach, we're getting a good head coach, and nothing has changed. It's all about physicalness, physical as hell. I'm telling you, nothing has changed. And just for the younger guys, just keeping the faith in the progress.
And okay, and but my advice
What's up?
to you with the question I just asked you would be to keep feeding the process into the younger guys' ear and make them remember the guys that came before them who built the program, starting out from Julio and Greg McElroy and all those guys. Because those guys the one that really built Alabama. Rondo McClain, Javier Arenas, them guys, Marcel Darius, those guys is the one that actually started the built by Bama, because after that it was nothing but 5 stars and guys that coming in trusting the process and were being held to a high expectation. So, but I'm gonna challenge you to hold those guys to a high expectation because you know the standard and you know the process around them. You know the toughest, the toughness, the effort, the discipline, the pride, and the commitment that's supposed to be around that building.
Amen. Amen. Marvin, you're not a man of a few words. What you got?
Me? Oh man. So with all the departures, guys going to the portal, plus the guys coming in to the portal, we're 2 weeks into off-season training at this point. So given the departures and what we have in place, I know a lot of times the guys will go out and do, run plays on air together, start building that bond. What do you see will be the strength of this team going into the 24th season, and what is the biggest area of concern?
Our bond. And the way we play as a team is going to definitely be something going into the season. I think definitely something that we're going to be working on is chemistry. I know O-line, quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs, there's got to be chemistry somewhere. And, just as a fresh team, just losing guys, like you said, going to the portal and everything, it's going to be something that we definitely got to work on, and everybody's just got to understand their roles going into plays, how we operate as a unit, and just like that. Yes, sir.
OJ, you're up, sir. What you got for this man?
What's up, Jaden, man? I just wanted to ask you from a standpoint of like, with so much turnover on the staff, was there anybody or is there still anybody now in the facility that kind of you can, go to and just chop it up to keep you kind of in that reality of the real world, man? Like not on like when the coaches is kind of like, I don't really want to talk to a coach right now. I want to talk to a person that I can just talk to and get straight to it and talk life. Like, do you have a person on the staff you can kind of go to, or did that person kind of leave in the turnover for you?
Oh no. I still, the guys upstairs. I still got my guys. Lost a lot of good ones, but we got a lot of good people coming in too. But I still got a couple people I still talk to on the staff. I know y'all know Big Chap.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
my dude.
Yeah.
I slammed him one time.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah. If I could give advice, man, that's why I asked you that question. I would just say, man, for me, the grass grow where you water it. So, guys like that, like Chap, Big Denzel Duvall, haha, those guys can always, keep you back down and take you back down to like, man, keeping the main thing, bro. Like, we here for a reason to, get the education and most importantly, but, a chance to change your life forever and your family. So, them days where it's not the funnest, where it's hard, bro, they gonna say, bro, just keep going. Like you telling the boys, like, somebody got to always remind us as the leader sometimes, like, hey, bro, keep going. It's a bigger picture. Like it's gonna be there soon. Just keep on sticking it out. So, man, I would just give you that advice, like always be in those guys' ear. Ask questions. There's no bad questions, bro. And them boys will always, give you the best advice, man. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir.
And if you can't call nobody else, man, you remember you got my flip phone number. You know that.
Before I ask my question, I want to take this opportunity to tell you about an announcement concerning the Bama Standard. Folks, A-Day is coming up in a few months, and guess who's going to be there to usher in the Bama Standard? We are going to be at the Paul W. Bryant Museum live, talking everything you need to know. And then, too, we're going to have a charity event where Jaden wrestles Steve Brown. Loser goes to transfer portal. Steve,
What?
I'm sorry, we're going to miss you.
Wait. I didn't agree to that.
It's in your contract. Miss Olivia actually drew that up. But yes,
Wow.
y'all come check us out at the Bryant Museum that Friday night before the A-Day game. We'll be present the entire weekend, and hopefully Jaden can come on set and talk to us a little bit. But yeah, Jaden, I wanted to ask one last thing. You weren't able to come on last week, and last week was actually a special moment. We had a tribute for Coach Saban. Some of his best players throughout the years came on and paid tribute to him. It wouldn't seem right if I didn't get your take on it. How much has Coach Saban meant to you, and who is Jaden Roberts today because of Coach Saban?
Oh man, Coach Saban. Coach Saban's everything to me, man. He's the one that gave me an opportunity. Just gave me the opportunity to come play football at a really high level. He helped me become better as a football player, but become better as a person. As a man. Definitely a father figure to me, man. And it sucks that he won't be doing what he loves doing, but he's definitely gonna still be a part of the team always. Helping us out better, develop as players and as men as we go on into real life. And today I want to say I'm a better person, and and a better student. I'm taking everything from everywhere now. I'm learning more, and I'm just getting better. I want to thank him for that.
Absolutely, very well said. Well, we appreciate you for being with us and definitely going overtime, man. I'm very excited to have you finally here with us, and we're looking forward to actually being with you in the future. We're actually forming a partnership with your agent, Mr. Mark Muhammad. So we're going to be busy with you a lot in the future. Before you jump off, tell folks how they can get a hold of that shirt you have on and how they can find you on social media.
Yes, sir. There will be a link made, I believe, with the Bama Standard, and you guys can catch me on Twitter, Instagram. My Instagram is Jaden_Kings, and Twitter is Twitter is Jaden_Kings. One Jaden. I'll make sure I text it out Justin, make sure he we do a little post or something, just make sure everybody gets to it. But definitely, yes, sir.
Man, thank you again, brother.
Hey, we already following each other. You know how we do.
Jaden, everybody got that one uncle that's at the barbecue that want to take credit for all your talent, every award you ever won, every accolade. It's always that one uncle.
Yes, sir.
Jaden, we call me after. Call me about an hour. We got to talk, man.
Yeah, but Jaden, man, thank you so much again, brother. We appreciate all you've done for us this season.
Look, cuz.
Yes, sir.
My look, cuz.
Best lineman in the country, the Hulk. Man, we appreciate you.
That's my look, cuz.
It was a long time coming, man. I appreciate y'all.
Glad to do it, brother. Take care.
Man, tell mama and I said what's happening. I'm gonna be over there for the next family reunion. It's all good.
Hey, we gonna have a play for you, man.
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts and broccoli.
That's it.
Hey,
All right, Jaden, roll tide, brother.
Appreciate the roll tide, brother.
y'all have a good day.
All
You
right,
too, sir.
I come. I look up.
Okay.
I look up.
OJ,
Oh my goodness.
OJ,
Oh my
every
gosh,
time,
man.
OJ, every time you pick up that bottle of water, I just want to say, call you Doughboy.
The 40, yeah. I know,
It
bro.
looks like Ice Cube from Boys in the Hood drinking a 40 with that hat on.
Man, my dog used to do that to me. He said, "Man, why you so funny?" I'm like, "I'm just drinking the water, bro." He's like, "You feel me?"
Hey, now,
Yes.
I
You gotta get the quantity. I got him because of the quantity, man.
Hey, cuz, I mean,
Yeah.
not cuz. OJ,
Man, crazy. What up, Brody?
you still on the Mountain Valley, huh?
Yeah, that's the Mount Valley. Yeah, man. You know, we bougie, man. You know how it is, man. You find something that what
No,
the
I
thing
don't,
at?
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said.
You still in Florida, OJ?
Yeah, the Tampa.
You going to the Pro Bowl?
Berto said, "What up, man?"
I need to call Bert. You going to the
I
Pro Bowl?
I'm going, man. Henry just hit me up 2 days ago, told me to come see him.
Hey,
So
listen,
I'm gonna check him out.
I need to get your number from Justin. I'll be there Thursday.
Okay,
Thursday to Monday.
Yeah,
Okay.
no doubt. Hey, listen, the fun's not over yet because we actually have some exciting news to get to. It was hard waiting all this time to hear it, and we're going to hear it now with Stephen and Smith and the depth chart.
All right, people. So the big news of the day. Ryan Williams, 5-star wide receiver from Saraland High School, canceled his visit to Texas. He ain't going there. He will not be visiting Steve Sarkisian, Texas. What this means, Kalen DeBoer and Alabama have made a huge impression on this young man and his whole family when they took the official visit over the weekend. They sat him down. They ran through the system, how he's going to be used within the system. Roll Tide Willie, Blitz, Bama Blitz got involved. Crazy. Jalen Mbakwe, his best friend from Clay Chalkfield High School, got involved. I think Bama will roll this man in. I think they've legitimately reeled this man in. He's going to make his announcement on February 9th, but the fact that he turned down visiting Sarkisian, this is a big deal. Kalen DeBoer has reeled this man in.
That's what's up.
He's reeled this man in. On top of that, now DeBoer has made a splash in the portal, pulling in a quarterback in Austin Mack, a legit athletic center, and Parker Brazelford from Washington, and you replace Isaiah Bond with the receiver from Washington, Gurmy Bernard, who basically did the same thing Isaiah Bond did.
Yeah. Plus, we got receivers coming back. But, you know, as far as the coach that recruited the kid that you said counsel with Steve Sarkisian, I really don't believe he did. I think it was Roll Tide Willie. I don't care what nobody says.
That's exactly who closed it.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide.
Look,
That's
man,
it.
I'm going to say this right now. If Ryan signs this piece of paper, which he's going to do it, Roll Tide Willie going to get tickets for life, bruh. Tickets for life.
What did he do?
Hey, man, no. Hey, I'm going to tell you what he did. I'm going to tell you. Hey, you know what? Hey, man, I think we need to open up the portal and let Marvin go and Roll Tide Willie in. That's what I think. Let Marvin go and get Roll Tide Willie in. No shoes, no nothing. Because I'm going to tell you something. Don't give a piss about them but the Tide, Marvin.
We'll trade you for a can of peas.
Actually, our collective is meeting tonight after the show to actually discuss that. So Marvin, tread lightly.
Oh,
I don't have a problem with that. I bet on me every day of the week.
Yeah, we're letting you go because you're a gambling problem. You're absolutely right.
Marvin out of here. Y'all get a look at Marvin. Marvin out of here.
But man, OJ, have you had a chance to take a look at Ryan Williams? If so, man, what do you like about that kid? How nice is that kid's route?
Man, I downloaded the Alabama High School Athletic app for one game to see the championship the other month and deleted it and canceled my subscription. When they played Saraland played against somebody. They lost on the last play of the game, but it was a great game.
Clay
They may have
Chalkfield.
played Clay Chalkfield. Yeah, they played against the corner. He played quarterback too. But man, yeah, that kid's special, man. And then my boy was saying this kid really supposed to come out next year. He reclassified, and I was like, man, you got to be good to do that. So she's special, man. He took over the game. He run good routes, like you said. He's explosive in the return game. I think wherever he, especially we want him to come to us, but that guy, a day one starter. Just walking on campus. He come in, work hard. He just he got the Amari Cooper type of ability to come in and make big plays as a freshman. So I'm excited to get him to Bama, man, for sure.
And midst of all our talking, we have a lot of super chats to get to. So I want to thank everyone for donating tonight and being patient so we could give you your just due. First, to start things out, Jimmy Clay, $20. Roll Tide, fellas.
Jimmy Clay.
Jimmy
gonna hit it every time.
Every time. He's our collective.
He's gonna pay for us to get rid of Steve.
But he's a star. But William Morris, Big Bill from New York, $5. He was wanting to know if Jaden's going to move to tackle. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. And thank you for your excellent work. Roll Tide, young man. Then we go to Reaper Reap, Mississippi. $20 is the tampering conversation being given its proper due. We have guys have probably been told all through the season by other teams how much money they could have made or been better utilized. I think it needs more attention, in my opinion. Who actually wants to address this one?
I go ahead, Stephen. You're expert at this.
I'm gonna say this, and this goes back to Caden Proctor, who hopped in the portal, now back at Iowa. Caden Proctor had an interview while he was at a basketball game at Iowa, and he mentioned during the times he was struggling at Bama, the people at Iowa hit him up, and they talked with him. Conversations with him. You already had Big Shank Tang, Alphonse Tang on Twitter saying this is tampering, which it is, because when you're in the heart of SEC play, you should be talking to nobody outside the program. So the fact that Iowa had access to get to him in the heart of SEC play, that needs to be looked at.
Steve?
Well, the thing is, he allowed it, and he also allowed Jalen Miro to get tackled more than sacked more than anybody. So, you can have him. Be good with it. So that's all I gotta say.
News flash: tampering has been happening. It just used to be before high school.
Yeah,
before you got to college. Between high school and you picking where you gonna want to go play. It wasn't called NIL back then. It was called shh. But it's been happening.
Because I remember that story about that channel to Central was tampering. No, Marvin, I thought we don't want nobody to know about what happened to you. But go ahead.
But my question
is, where has never been exposed. We'll leave that to you, sir.
We don't need to ask about your Tinder date. Anyway, my question is, where do you draw the line? Everybody talks about the possible ramifications of tampering, but yet we see it being broadcast in broad daylight. So where do you draw the line? Have we considered about possibly making these players restricted free agents, or even giving a franchise tag to try to protect us against losing some of these folks?
It seems like that's where it's going. I mean, it seems like it's going to be like a pretty soon a mini NFL if we don't get just something in place on how kids get paid and what the pay is and all that, because it's starting to get ridiculous. And honestly, you got to understand some of these players' background. Some of these players are coming from poor areas, and they are looking at, when you're flashing all this money in their faces, they're like, okay, am I staying and doing what's best for the team, or am I looking out for my family? So they're getting hit with tough decisions. But the thing is, it's just, we got to come up with a way on how these people can stay away from these kids until after the season or whatever.
Impossible. Agents been doing it forever.
Marvin, what you trying to say?
That is impossible. Agents have been doing it forever.
You know what? I think you want to spill the beans about something, Marvin. I wish you would.
Yeah,
You better not say nothing.
I don't care if the statute of limitations have expired. No, I don't talk about certain stuff.
Since when have you
Go
ever
to the
kept your
grave
mouth?
with me.
Yeah, since when have you ever? Hey, you
I
see
never,
how?
I
Hey, you
never
see
tell
how?
on myself or
Hey,
my
you
friends.
You see how OJ cut his eye at me? Like, I wish the hell you would, Marvin.
OJ taking the same stance as me.
Don't you bring
got
OJ
nothing
into
to
your
say.
web of deception?
No. OJ picked up that bottle to remind you. I wish you would, Marvin.
OJ say he ain't got nothing to say about it, just like I don't.
Well, right, I ain't
And
got
I'm
say,
still voting
I
on
plead the
you.
fifth.
I
Exactly.
ain't got nothing to say either. I ain't got nothing to say. But them poor people gave me all that money at the Waffle House. No, man.
But yeah, I agree, Justin. I think, man, somebody mentioned, I think me and my buddy, we say the same things, man, all the time. You guys on it, man. Like, this thing gonna come a mini NFL where I really think in a couple years down the road, when they redo this thing, like, you could really trade players probably to another organization, or you could probably to a university, or you could put a tag on a couple players a year where you can't touch these guys. Hey, man, LSU hit us up. We got a young guy. We want to swap out this D tackle for this guy. You know, they go. I feel like all that stuff gonna happen eventually, like, because you can just see where it's going. Like, it's gonna happen. It's so the writing's on the wall, especially like having to put a tag on these players, because like quarterbacks are getting expensive. Like, to get a good quarterback, they're like $1 million, and it's crazy, bro. Like, I can't believe college is to that point. You know what I mean? So,
Hey, OJ, but you said we got it right, and I heard y'all say, but y'all didn't say it. Say Steve Brown said it so I can get some more.
Don't do
Steve
it.
Brown
oh,
said
you know who said it, Steve?
Don't do it.
Yeah, you heard Steve Brown say that. Yeah.
We've talked
Marvin
about
didn't say
it, and I'm curious to hear, OJ, what you think. Do you, or I'll put it in front of the whole panel, actually, do you see it where eventually down the road, these players could end up forming unions and going on strike, sitting out of games for more money?
Ooh.
Yep.
I know it's a deep question, but it's something to consider because everything's kind of crazy right now. Coach Saban said, Wild Wild West.
But before you answer, OJ, I want you to add this to it and consider this. In my head, you know what I've been thinking for the past year and a half?
What that?
I can see the SEC and the Big Ten forming their own league separate from the NCAA.
Yep. I would say what Marvin said. I thought they were going to take, like, you know, really like the 5 conferences, and then put everybody else out of it. But like he said, they could do that. You know, the Big Ten and SEC would make more sense, and that would just be, they could play big boy ball and everybody's just out of the way, and it just eliminate everyone. But, you know, I think, you know, that union thing, that's a long way out. But I can never say never, man. This thing is where I would have never imagined anyway, right? I never imagined this to happen so soon. I've been only out of college 7 years. So 7 years later, I'm like, somebody would have told us this in 7 years, these boys gonna be getting paid. Well, it was less than that. It was 5 years later they were getting paid. But, you know, and then, you know, like, I think, like, seriously, like, in 5 more years, they would definitely be doing this GM thing where, like, players can get shopped around, players can get put tags on. That's for sure gonna happen, I think. And then eventually, I think they're gonna have to put a cap on it. Like, they're gonna have to put a cap on how much people can get, because you would never be able to get a player, like, to just really go there for the intentions to say let's play. They just going because they paid me more. Like, for instance, I really truly don't see how the one kid Junkins left Ole Miss. I don't see, like, he don't play for us, right? But you look at his resume, one of the best backs in the SEC. I'm going into my junior year. What else can I do to go to Ohio State and say I won't be already on the radar of these teams, right? Like, I'm just gonna sit here where it's hot. Like, I know Lane gonna do this every year. I know Lane finna give me the ball. I know he's gonna involve me in the pass game. Like, you know, I heard there was tensions about him saying he don't get the ball enough. Like, that stuff you put to the side, bro. Like, you in your junior year, you finna go to the first round pick, bro. Like, you go to Ohio State. What if you just go? You got to split carries with another good back. It just didn't make sense. So, like, I'm seeing great players now just leaving good situations for, like I'm supposing more money. I don't know if he did or not, but that's the only reason why I can see he left a hot spot at Ole Miss.
The grass is
bro. That's crazy to me. You don't leave, bro. As a running back, you don't do that, bro. Running back is such a position that's so, you know, it's 3 years in the NFL. You know, you just got to get it while it's hot. So it's like, why would I leave a for sure spot, bro, just to go 1 year and say I'm going pro next year anyway. That's so like players like that is kind of making me see this thing going to become. So they're gonna put a tag on that guy like you can't leave, you got to stay here, bro. Like they're gonna start doing that in like 5 years, tagging these players so you can't leave so easy. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyone else want to add to this? If not, we can go to our next super chat. We good. We got $1.99. Next King examples. Jaleel and Hall went to Texas. Okay. Jaleel Billingsley and Ajah Hall.
Nothing happened from those two either. Nothing.
Ben David went to Texas. Nothing happened.
But Ben Davis is that.
Ajah Hall.
Now Ben did go to the CFL though. He spent the year there.
But Ben
he was in the XFL too, balled out.
Ben played for Alabama. How many years? Like 10. What?
He got his doctorate.
I got a question. Steven, you probably can answer this. I wrote down some notes on this. I hope this question would have came up about the we had two guys went to Texas this year, right? You had
Isaiah Bond.
You had Isaiah Bond and you had the tight end not black, right?
Yeah.
So I tried to get them guys. One of them was a freshman at tight end, so I kind of was like, cool. Was Bond going to be a junior next year?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
both are junior.
Both are juniors.
Oh, really? Wow. The tight end is, that was a situation where, I kind of was wondering, I don't know why they left. I was looking at the tight end stats. He had not black had 20 catches, 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. Bond had 48 catches, 660 yards and 4 tutties too. So, he was second on the team behind Burton. The tight end was third on the team in reception. So I looked at it like, I don't know if Sarkisian told him like, man, you guys come over here. We're going to involve you more in the offense. Like A.D. Mitchell went pro. So Bond, here's your spot. You can take over as, a receiver and get 1,000 yards. Tight end, you come over here, we'll utilize you. So like, those guys, I didn't know why they left Bama in the portal. Those were kind of like shockers to me, right? Like Bond was a guy who next year could be one of our top receivers with Burton gone. The tight end, think he's really experienced, and he may have had I didn't think he played a lot, but I saw how they utilized him. They utilized him as our deep passing threat, and then Oops was our fullback, and then 81 or the kid from Maryland was our little bit of everything tight end. So. Maybe not black saying, I want to go to Texas where I know they're just going to throw the ball more. So, that's kind of, them guys leaving, that was kind of one of those ones where I would probably really consider, like, is it really going to be that greener on the other side? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it, man. Like, if I'm the tight end, I'm saying, okay, me and Jalen got a pretty good little chemistry last year. I'm knowing next year is going to be a lot better. I saw how Coach DeBoer just used Westover in their offense. I can do the same thing. I'm a little more athletic than him. I can be special. Bond, the same thing. That offense is made for receivers to go get that ball. So, those were two guys when they left. I kind of was like, man, that was kind of, a head scratcher for me.
OJ, yeah. But you know what? With not black, I wasn't surprised. I'm gonna tell you why. And I think you, Marvin, and Bo can kind of speak on this. The reason I wasn't surprised, you guys actually played for Bama. When have you guys seen any player for Bama losing a game and is on social media talking about his catches and I could have did this and this and that? He was never bought in. So I was never. So I'm looking at all this. I've been a Bama fan for the longest. I've never seen a Bama player do that. So I'm like, I wasn't surprised. Now, as far as the Bond, he created a legacy for himself and killed it when he went for the Jeep and all this other stuff. So the thing is, to me, I think he got tampered with. That's my personal opinion. But the other guy, he was never invested in the team. He wasn't bought in. Because I asked all three of y'all, when have y'all ever seen anybody on social media talking about the catches and y'all see me and y'all lost? When have y'all seen that?
Right.
You would never seen that.
I'll end it with this. I mean, Kalen DeBoer, and this is what I was told. DeBoer actually reached out to Bond, called him several times, him, and he did not even return DeBoer's phone calls. Would not even sit down and listen to the vision that this coach has for him. Yeah. He did not return the man phone calls at all.
He even called me looking for Bond.
He did. Hey, but Don Parker's got $5. Nothing but the tie. Great show. And last but not least, to round things out, Jimmy Clay, $50. How about some Bama softball?
They good.
We greatly appreciate you guys.
DeBoer's daughter, who came over from Washington, big-time softball player. Coach Murphy going to use her. She's going to have a good year.
I think Alabama should get a kickball team.
I want to remind everybody of another sponsor we have. That's Title Towel. Listen, the season never truly ends. Basketball is going on. We got A-Day coming up. To make your season even better, go to whitwillsports.com today. And, hey, we're a part of that. All you got to do is enter that promo code STANDARD. You get a nice little discount. So, yeah, you see it on the screen here, whitwillsports.com. Go get your Title Towel and let's get ready for next season. All right, guys, it's that time. Let's go around the room. We're going to close things up. But before we do, let's tell everybody how you can be found on social media. And we'll start back with Marvin Constant. Talk to them about 40 Plus Strong, how they can find you on social media, all that good stuff. Then we'll go back up to Stephen M., Steve Brown, Bo, and then OJ will go last.
I'm not hard to find. Instagram, Constant45. Twitter, Constant451. Again, both of them have a direct link to Amazon. Grab a copy of my book if you're looking for a great resource in your late 30s, 40s, 50s, and you're trying to get that body back right. You know, at this age, it's a different approach. You know, things don't go quite like they used to. So, you know, you got to take that into consideration. So 3 different workouts, one for beginners, one for intermediate, one for people who've been doing it for a while, 3 different 6-week workout programs, 18 weeks total. You can write in it to track your progress as you go through it. And it's the same workout that I do. And again, hey, you see the cuts. You see them. 44 years old, still holding it in the road, baby.
Man, won't CGI do some wonderful things?
You hate it.
Page 5 of the book is also on healthy eating habits. So healthy eating habits.
What to eat, when to eat, all of the above.
Yes, sir. Stephen Smith.
Well, in my own words, tomorrow, still discussing the job that Kalen DeBoer is doing in roping in one Ryan Williams to get him to recommit to Alabama and then sign to come in as a wide receiver to play for the Crimson Tide. We're going to be talking about a lot of these guys that have chose to maintain this spot here with Alabama. You saw Malachi Moore. If it ain't wearing crimson, he's got the whole NIL thing going for himself. That shirt's being on sale big time. You got so many other players locked into Alabama. They're young guys, older guys like Jaeden Roberts. They are fully behind Kalen DeBoer and what he's doing. DeBoer's got a coaching staff in here that's got ties to the SEC, that's can recruit the South. I'm looking forward to seeing what Coach Womack does as a defensive coordinator with this 4-2-5 swarm defense he's about to bring in here. Caleb Downs could have really eaten in this defense, but that's besides the point. Tony Mitchell, you up, man. You are up, Tony Mitchell. So looking forward to seeing what these guys do defensively. These guys are already out here on the recruiting trail. They are hitting the state in recruiting. I'm pumped up about that. So that's going to be good right there.
Steve Brown, take the baton, sir.
Hey, man, you can follow me on Comic Steve Brown on Instagram. Comic Steve Brown, also my Facebook fan page, Comedian Steve Brown. This was a special show, man. It was great. OJ, thanks for coming on.
Yes,
of course,
sir.
the big man coming on. So this is great, man. And, you know, I'm happy. Marvin didn't talk much. So go ahead, next person.
Well, hey, do you have any appearances coming up? Where are you, man? When's your next show?
I'll be here in Atlanta, man. I'll be in Atlanta doing 2 shows Saturday and a very, very important audition. So we'll make it happen. You know, they want me to be a stripper. So I'm working on my body. Don't worry about it.
I heard your name's going to be Velvet Thunder. Can you confirm that?
Yeah, this is true. Go ahead. Next person.
Let's go, bro. You got a lot going on. I want you to tell people how you can be found and what stuff you got on the way. But also, we got a super chat, especially for you. I don't know how much you can tell us, but Jamie Wilhelm, $4.99. Bo, hearing anything regarding Justice Haynes?
No, not at the moment. Not at the moment.
But yeah, tell the folks.
I'm waiting on him to hit me back. But you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, bothscarborough.com. I'm changing up my website a little bit. I'm finna change my website up to well, this is something that my agency wanted to do to my website to tell my story. And just so happened, I told them that I already got 10 hours worth of film. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna make my website into a webisode telling a story. So it only gonna be clips and clips and clips. So it won't be a full thing because it's gonna be 5 to 6 episodes. And the new merch is gonna go with the story, which is called Scars, and it's about all the scars that I had in my life, especially like people passing, whatever scar that you had in your life, whatever bad thing that you have had to overcome, and I got everything on film. Nothing is acted out. Everything is real footage, day-to-day thing. And the website is gonna be changed up here very soon, probably at the beginning of March. And so it's gonna turn into a webisode. So every 3 weeks or so, there's gonna be a new video with a new story with new merch every 3 weeks on
What's up?
on the
What's up?
website.
That's dope, man. That's cool.
Hey, we're not. But I tell you what, we're not gonna do. We're not gonna talk about any Bo Scarborough teas until we get out. Okay, that I can wait no
Look,
mind.
Steve, hold on. Look, watch this. Hold on, Steve.
No.
Because you've been talking.
He finna get naked. He finna get naked.
Hell, not
No,
that.
he
Not
finna get naked.
See, Steve.
Like Marvin, he's finna get naked.
See, Steve, you be having to make me come out my element. That's why I mess with you. I can't say what I really want to say, but that's why
Mark, don't get us canceled. Don't you come in here naked, Bo. You said
Don't
you
do
was
that,
gonna
Bo.
come.
Look,
Okay. Oh yeah.
I got all y'all shirts is in the package. I just gotta send them out.
All right, send them out, Bo.
Send them out.
I ain't got no damn address. How about
Yes,
that?
you do. We all sent them.
Yes, you do. We send it to you.
Send them again.
But yes, check that out on Bo's website. And that comes out about the time that the UFL kicks off. So y'all definitely be present for the Birmingham Stallions, who have a new addition, Slade Bolden. If you missed that news last week, he is now part of the Stallions. And we're going to be covering some Stallions action this spring. OJ, we appreciate you being on, brother. As always, all the information was on point. Tell the folks what you got coming next, and then how they can find you on social media.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, man. Glad to be here, man. You can follow me on Twitter at the real OJ Howard, and then Instagram the Juice _80. So Instagram, man. Not really much coming up, man. Just man, back on the grind, man. Off season about to come around, man, and try to get back at it, man. So that's really what I'm up to, man. Just celebrating a lot of brothers, man. They got stuff going on with weddings coming up, little stuff like that I never had a chance to be a part of. But we growing up now, man. So I'm gonna be busy doing stuff like that. So that's kind of exciting to be a part of stuff like that, man. But other than that, man, just enjoying life, man, and that's it.
What's up,
man? Hey, all right now, OJ. All right. Oh,
yeah.
You know what I texted you the other day. All right,
man. Yeah. I got you, bro. We locked in.
Stallions.
Hey, OJ, we locked in. Ice Camp Ever. We locked in.
We locked in. Look at it. We locked in.
Get Lank. We locked in.
That's it. Hey, I want to remind everybody about program notes tonight. The fun does not stop. We got the final whistle, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here with Matt Cadell, Chris James, Dan James, and then we're gonna have Ty Hayes and Daniel Petty tonight. Their guest is Chase Goodbread from the Tuscaloosa News. Tune in for that. Then tomorrow night, right here, Cece Payne is back with the Crimson Dynasty, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Her guest is going to be Andre Smith. Bama royalty is going to be on there. And then the nightcap with George Teague, 8:15 p.m. Central, 9:15 p.m. Eastern for Teague's Take. Got a lot of content coming your way. Be a part of it. And don't forget, 8-day weekend, the Bryant Museum, the Bama Standard is going to be there live. And hey, OJ, if you're in town, man, jump on board. We'd love to have you on set.
Hey, Les, man. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Well, that's going to do it here for us. Tune in next week. We'll be right back in your face. Roll Tide, everybody.
Roll Tide.
Roll on.
Roll Tide.